What's up, everybody? Today's episode, we're going to do a brake job on an EZGO TXT. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so you see I got the wheel off. There will be a cotter key right here. You want to pull that out of your way. Get this castle nut off. And of course, it's probably not going to be as easy as what I'm pulling off now, so be expected to maybe put some heat to this. Use some PB Blaster, WD-40, anything. And then at that point, you're going to have a washer that you want to retain as well. And you're going to pull your hub off. Again, this isn't probably going to be this easy, so just be expecting to have some snags and hangs. Once you get your drum hub off, all you'll want to do at that point is knock off your brake retainers from the nails. Okay, we'll do that. You push in on this style, twist, and they come off. You're going to do both sides. Watch your fingers, because sometimes these do snap in towards each other like this. Alright, so they didn't snap too fast. Once you've got that squared away, all your springs will start coming off, and there you have it. Okay, let me show you where the springs go. Alright, so obviously your top spring's going to go to this top hole here. Bottom spring's going to go to this hole here. And then you'll have your brake adjustment spring. It hooks in, twists. You take your needle nose pliers and you pull it. And you pull it to this hook right there. Alright. Also, don't forget, you pull out your star adjustment mechanism. Definitely want to clean these off, but you're going to turn this all the way back down. Because if you don't, you'll never get your hub to get back on, because it needs to be readjusted. You'll have to do all this, all the readjustments to your shoes in here, and then you also have to do a cable adjustment so that your pedal's not all wacky. But you want to turn this all the way down, just like that, and you're going to get that sucker slid back up in here. And then I'm going to take my brake clean, and I am going to clean all of this all at once, and then we'll get our shoes on and our springs reattached, and you'll see how easy that is. Alright, so here's our new brake shoe. Okay, they do have a specific way they have to go, and so you can see at the top right here it's got some kind of weird, well, I mean, it's not, it is what it is. I don't know how to explain it, but on the bottom it's a little more slanted, so that will always go to the bottom, just like you see it right there. These will always sit in the top. They'll go in that little slot right up there. Then you're going to have your nail that comes through right here, and you have your spring that you can hold it back with. So let's do that. There we go. Alright, the other side. Gotta hold the back of the nail with your finger, so that way it has a little support, because if not, it's just going to push right back out of your way. Alright, There you have it. Let's get these springs on there. Put the top one in. Here's where your flathead screwdriver comes in play. And just like that, it's in its place. Alright, so if you can see this spring, one end is hooked that way and one end is hooked that way. What I like to do is take the hook that's going to go inside, go on and put it inside. Again, grab that other side with your flathead, give it a little tension, and boom. Alright, and then our adjustment spring, you just get it in there, get it hooked. This is more of a pain in the butt than the whole thing is, but it's still not too bad. Pull it and hook, just like that. Alright, and you can see my adjuster is all the way down, and now we're going to try to slide this drum back on. There we go. Just got to find that spot. Sometimes that you have to kind of move the brake shoes a little bit here and there until it finds its slip back on. Then it's just reversing the process. I'm gonna put this nut back on. You don't want to tighten this down like super tight, super tight. Once you get it to where it's snug with your fingers, take your impact and just hit it one time, enough to get your hole open to slide your carter key back in. And that's how you put the brakes on the TXT, guys. We are gonna finish this up real quick. We'll move to the other side, and don't forget to adjust your cables. It's really not hard to do. It's two nuts, one locking nut, one 16 mil that actually adjusts the cable bracket. After that, good tight pedal, go out and ride it, make sure it stops good. Alright guys, now that I got my carter key back in, nuts tight, drums back on, you're going to need to adjust the shoes before you adjust the cable. Okay, so this hole right here is your shoe adjustment hole in the drum. You want to spin this down to the bottom, okay, and inside of there, which is going to be stupid hard to see, you're going to see the star adjuster that I showed you earlier. Okay, you're going to take a flathead screwdriver, stick it in there and grab those teeth and just turn. It's going to take quite a bit of turning to get the shoes to where they contact the braking surface. And once you get to that point, you want to make sure that when you are adjusting, that you're stopping and checking every so often too, because you want this to just barely have some friction against it. I'm able to turn with my hands, but I can feel it grabbing. Okay, that's where you want those to be. You're going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side of the golf cart, trying to keep them as close as possible to the adjustment here. That way you don't have one wheel locking up and then the other one doesn't, or it's locking up sooner than this side. You want to get them as close as you possibly can. So, little tip there for you. Alright guys, I'm going to rip through this and get it done. One last little tip that might actually help too with doing some of these is getting your actual brake cable off of the brake brake assembly there, or that way it will let go of the tension that could possibly be on the shoes inside the drum. So I'm going to get this out of our way real quick and go from there. Alright, so we got our pin out, nice and rusty. That let go of the cable tension on this side so that it might be a little easier for me to get this drum off. We'll find out in just a second. Sometimes you can get away with trying. This is being such a pain because the shoes are stuck. And as always, on golf carts, you never have enough room to do your job. See right there what just happened? The brake shoe just flung over here. Be mindful of that right there, because that will not feel good. Boss man says I always use too much brake clean and carb clean. Little does he know that there's no such thing as that. Okay, this particular year model, the direction, like short front, long rear, long front, short rear, whatever all that boils down to, is only on certain year models. And this one, we are very thankful we don't have to worry about that. I think it's more like your workhorse, and I think maybe your newer Model TXTs, and definitely some of the club cars have that short front, long rear brake shoe. So that'll be another thing you just got to look at when you're doing this brake job. Now to adjust, hook our brake cables back up, do our cable adjustment for the pedal. That way you'll have good solid pedal. Then you will be ready to test it out and make sure that it stops good. And so we're going to get this done up and give it a ride. Alright guys, so that's how you do the brakes on the EZGO TXT. Hopefully you enjoy this video. And like always, please, if you have any questions, give us a comment, give us a call. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have. And guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the channel, guys. And as always, thank you for watching, and God bless you.